Good day, guys. It is Ask Bobby Chow. Bobby Chow here. Now, one thing I want to cover off today is about um, the mindset, the importance of two different topics. One of it is um, which one's more important? Is it money or is it time? Right? Now, if you were to focus on the fact that money is more important, then I already have an idea of which class you fit in. And if you say time is infinitely more important than money, then I also know what class you sit in. Now, let me get into more details. Now, if you're like, well, I can definitely use more money and time is of no importance to me, right? I will work, I will make the money, but money is ultimately more important. If someone wants to steal my time or steal my money, which one would it be for you? For people who says I definitely would rather people steal my time and I'd rather hang on to my money, then that's more of a middle class and lower class mindset. If your thoughts are, there's no way that I would want somebody to waste my time. My time is infinitely more important than money. I can always make money. Then that's more of an upper class mindset. Now let me explain why. There's quite a few reasons. Now, one of the reasons is when it comes to just trying to get better lighting here. Now, when you think of, hey, why is it more important for time? Now, for those who are, you know, making money, might be making good money, and that might be you, and that's perfectly fine. However, you value money more because there's some scarcity there, right? And it's rightly so. However, for those that are wealthy, they have confidence in making that money and they know they can remake it. So even if someone wants to come take all their money away, they have that financial confidence to say, I can remake that money and it won't take me too long, but it will require a lot of hard work. But their time is infinitely more important, right? Because if someone is generating, let's say 3,000 and 3,000 and let's say dollars, as an example, an hour, and somebody who is generating $100 an hour, right? The person that makes 3,000 an hour will ultimately value their time a lot more than someone that's making $100 an hour because they know that in that time they can hire somebody to do whatever it is. Set up a server, set up a website, or cut the grass, or cook for them, or whatever it might be, right? And that hour they could generate $3,000, whereas somebody who's making $100 will be like, no, I'll do this myself, I'll do that myself, I'll do this myself, right? So it is true that the rich does become richer, and the middle class and lower class gets maybe a little richer, or they continue to stay status quo, or they get poor, right? Really depends on each situation. So, why I'm sharing this with you today is because I want you to join me in my journey. Now, I came from a lower middle class family, right? My parents immigrated. Um, they came here in the 70s, right? And I was born in the early 80s. And so they worked two jobs in order to um, to satisfy our living. And they had like one that's kind of a side and then one that's primary. But the thing here is they had two mortgages for one property, two mortgages, because they couldn't get enough in one mortgage. They had to apply for a second one, and it wasn't a very costly home. It was probably at the time, but it was definitely not a um, very prestigious home. It was just a very basic home. In fact, it was a duplex, and so they worked very hard, right? And so did I. So I went through school, went through the regular education system, went through private schooling, university. Um, Essentially worked my ass off for 15 years, and I held basically one professional job and a side job, right? And I had two jobs throughout those 15 years, and it was challenging, very challenging, right? And I'm not sure if I should show you my messy home, but yeah, like I've done well for myself. I've done well for myself on an hourly basis because I worked hard and I worked on my high income skills. However, I want you to join me on my journey because I am going to move from middle class into upper class. And it's going to require a lot of hard work. It's no get rich quick scheme. However, it's about creating multiple businesses, creating value. It's getting out there, it's taking a risk, and it's a completely different mindset. And I want to help you who's viewing to join me in my journey because if you prefer to not worry about finances and have a lifestyle where you can take vacations as you need and you can spend time with your family and you can focus on things that you love and you want to create value for the market, everybody else around you that lives in this world, then please join me because I more than welcome you to help others and to generate that value for others, which I'm doing right now. And this is only one business that I plan to move forward with, right? And you got to create way more value than what you take in. And that's the importance, and that's the mindset of the wealthy. Now, I know some people have astigmatisms with wealthy people, but it's like those that are wealthy, they don't change. If they're bad people, they get worse with money. If they're good people, they get even better with money. It just accentuates their behavior, their attitude, their characteristics, right? And I believe that I'm a very good guy and that with money, I'll become even better. And so, because I can help out a lot more people. So please join me in this journey. I want you to also do well, to learn. My arm's getting tired there. But to learn, and yeah, you don't need anything fancy, right? You just need, let's say, your phone. Depends on the type of business that you tend to generate and what kind of value you tend to provide to the public. And I'd be more than happy to help you out while I'm on my journey to getting there, because the most important thing while you're on this earth is to provide for others, to help others, to make a difference in this world, a positive difference, and to help those out around you. And that's one of the most important things. But don't struggle helping those around you that don't want to be helped. Just like what they say, right? You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? So don't force it. However, provide people with the help, the aid, and the tools to get to where they need to be. And so please join me in my journey. Please subscribe. Please also leave comments below. I'd like to hear from you. And until the next episode.